You know, there's a lot of conversation around hype and how we should like temper our expectations because then we won't be disappointed, and also how much of good art is just the hype around it. I'm so excited! I'm so excited for this game! July 16th, 2019. See that? My prediction for the next Assassin's Creed, it will be Vikings. Too bad they don't give you rewards for telling the future. If only you could make a career out of that. Hype. I've been waiting for this. So the trailer came out for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and it was good. Honestly though, the trailer would not have sold me if I wasn't on this high from Origins and Odyssey. So it's that combined with being a fan of Vikings, the show, you know, the occupation. I'm sure they're also taking into account the latest God of War and Thor and Led Zeppelin's Immigrant Song, which I will now sing for you as much as I can before I get a strike for copyright. Unity had an awesome cinematic trailer. The game, you know, the hidden blade, they got the hidden blade, it's the thing for the thing. If I didn't see that, I wouldn't know it was Assassin's Creed. Maybe they'll have really boring future parts of Vikings in pop culture. When I was a kid, this is what Vikings looked like. Looney Tunes and cartoon Vikings. Now we got Hiccup, Ragnar, Atreus, Thor. When I was a kid, if you were like, name all the Vikings you know, I'd be like, well, yeah, there's Eric the Red. This game looks like Vikings, the show, the game. Personally, I think that's a good thing. If Travis Fimmel showed up in this as Ragnar, I crap my pants. Wessex of Londonton. No offense to England, but I never thought I would see a landscape of England and go, yes, I'm in, take me to that. But that's what they did. Based on the goodwill of former Assassin's Creed and that shot, I was like, yeah, I'm in. The worlds they make for these are really the reason I stick around in the first place. Egypt and Greece were spectacular, and I hope they bring it in this one. And it looks like they probably will. Who cares about the cities, the verticality? Yeah, let some other... Okay. I really hope I can get a PS5. I hope they make this for PS5. I mean, it's at this point it's a little unclear. I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna be on PS5, but like, I might have to switch to Xbox, which is like, okay, if that's where it's at. I'm a Sony guy, I guess. Not a Sony guy. I like good games. I'll play them where they are good, unless it's on a PC, because it's PC gaming. Character. There's boy Ivor and girl Ivor. Now I read, as opposed to in Odyssey where Alexios and Cassandra both existed in each other's timelines, in this, whichever Ivor you choose, that's the Ivor. Ivor. So that's neat that there's just gonna be the one. You know, if you've seen my Assassin's Creed Odyssey review, then I talk about why I picked Cassandra for that one. Here, as in that instance, I only needed to see one scene with each character to know, okay, that's the one I believe. And in Odyssey's case, it was Cassandra. And good choice. So I will pick the Ivor that most feels like Ivor. Or Eivor. What Ivor? What Ivor? Which Ivor are you all gonna choose? Comment in the space below. It had a moment where you saw the main character spare an innocent, like I think it was a woman and a child. Did that happen with real Vikings? I'm sure some Viking at some point showed compassion on somebody they were pillaging and raiding. The point is, I'm not a historian. I don't need 100% accuracy. I just want a character that doesn't butcher innocent people. I mean, you know, Assassin's Creed isn't exactly like grounded in reality. I mean, it's based on history, which I think is the best art you can make, is where it's just loosely, here's the shell of something maybe you've heard of. Now here's our new story. And here's a real world, only it's better than the real world. It looks better. In Black Flag, you played a pirate, the dirtiest and selfishest of all scallywags. And that game had so much heart that it was like, you know, there's no heart left. It brought tears to somebody's eyes. Was that Rufus Sewell? Does he play King Alfred in this? My grandpa kind of looked like Rufus Sewell. Only old-timey. The Raven's in it. It took me a second to be like, Odin's Raven. Odin's Raven is Sinu, is Phobos. The eagle, the falcon. It's Odin's Raven. You know, Odin's Raven. You've heard of it. It's like, that's a crazy bird with the one eye. Combat. Here we are talking about, I talk about combat a lot for someone who doesn't care that much about it. I know it was just the first trailer, but it focused a lot on combat and blood, which doesn't necessarily excite me. I hope stealth is still a thing. Like I a lot hope that. In Odyssey, you had 3 playstyles: combat, stealth, and archery. I would like to get something similar. Like I hope everything's not just melee and then berserk melee. Melee with an axe, melee with a spear, melee with a shield, melee with an axe, and melee with spear. I think I thought that it would be Vikings because not only are they much more part of the zeitgeist, but the water, the thing that started in Assassin's Creed 3 is like, oh, that's a neat little feature, but then became like a staple. Vikings, they did a lot of boat stuff. As a matter of fact, a Viking means to go sailing with the axe, I guess. I don't know. The point is, I'm not a historian. There's Eric the Red, Iceland von Derrickson, Greenland, Newfoundland.